Hello, my cherished duckling. As you can see, my shoulder's on fire, and yet I am not worried. Um, so I hope you've had a lovely week. It's certainly been interesting. Um, I think I'm going to cut right to the psychic tarot weather. Sorry, my hair keeps doing things, so I just decided to ignore it. But I am selling these little, I don't know if you can see what it says. I make these little necklaces that say things like, seriously, WTF, or help me, or anyway, I'll have them up on my website soon. Anyway, I'm very happy you're here. I can see you with my heart. And I'm going to do the psychic tarot weather, which is just like regular weather. I'll say it with me, less damaging to crops. And what's going to happen is, even if you're just strolling past the TV or radio podcast emitter, sorry, this still applies to you. There is no escaping it. The first card is for today. The second card is for the middle of the week, like Saturday, Sunday. The last card is the last couple of days of the week. And it's just kind of talking about the zeitgeist, which is to say, what's going on, kind of psychic weather, for lack of a better word. Okay. The first card is interesting. It's the Page of Swords. Page of Swords often means, and I have to explain, it's a whole new deck my friend Meredith Deming gave me. I love it. It's very accurate. And the reason I'm using it is because I splurged and got a cleaning person in, and she was very, very born again, and she threw out all my tarot cards. Luckily, I had these under my pillow. So, woo! Okay. So, Page of Swords usually has to do with, it can either be a younger person, with an Aquarius, a Libra, or Gemini, or a message of some kind. It's sort of a bearer of good tidings. So it's possible that you will receive by email or text this week. Oh, hi, Gail. I'll be with you in about 3 minutes. While I'm doing this, I'd like you to do some vagus nerve breathing, which is where you go, and then one more breath on top of that, and then you breathe out through your puckered lips like this. Sounds annoying, but it's a vagus nerve, as opposed to vagus nerve, which is where you wind up in a motel room in Las Vegas with 10 unconscious sex workers, 40 bottles of empty liquor, and a decade of your life gone. But enough about my personal life. Anyway, so this is some sort of good news coming to you. The second one is interesting. I don't know if you're single, but the Page of Cups is, it looks like a suitor, but he's a little younger than you or she. That's not a bad thing at all. I was engaged to somebody 16 years younger, who was also one of People Magazine's sexiest men alive. So I was 16 years older than him. Something he didn't know until I unwisely sent him to the pharmacy to pick up a prescription for me, and then jig was up. We still stayed together, but what the hell? So this is somebody probably younger who is looking at you with kind of surprised romantic attention. Or this could be somebody around you who's in your same age bracket, who is a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, who is acting like a schoolboy in love, like dipping your pigtails in the inkwell, asking to watch your books home from school. Next time, he's going to ask you and your books. But so this is really nice. And the other thing it can mean is the rebirth of creativity in your spirit. If you were very creative when you were young, but you kind of gave up on it because hashtag grown up, might be a good time to do that. But this feels to me like a younger man who's interested in you. And if you're not interested in him, send him my way. Okay. And then the last card is the Star card. I never pre-pick these, by the way, just grab them and go. Star card is actually a lovely card. It means that the essence of who you are is being seen and appreciated by many more people than usual. And you might be stepping into a role of authority or a role, some sort of limelight. Limelight's an interesting word because it's actually taken from very early, like 20th century stage lights, which were lime calcium flares. So limelight. Anyway, so where was I? Oh, the star card. Yeah, it's that 3 days, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's a good time to venture out in the world and try and use your personality and charm, which are very kind of right now, to get what you want or who you want. There you go. Or knock over 7-Eleven. It's up to you. Um, anyway, so hi, darling. How are you? Thanks for waiting. Miss
Good,
Kentucky?
good.
Hi,
Yes, I'm doing good.
nice to hear your voice. I like to connect to people through their birthdays. So if you wouldn't mind telling me when your birthday is, then we'll jump in.
December 2nd, 1960.
Oh, you're just a baby. Year of the rat, which is great. Doesn't sound like much, but it's the most sort of enterprising and sociable of all the Chinese horoscope years. And you're Sagittarius. Woohoo! So we love those.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that week of Sagittarius is very blunt. I mean, they're very jolly and great fun to be with, but do not ask their opinion unless you want their opinion, because
That's
you will
right.
tell somebody. Yeah. I had a father a couple days after you, and like, amazing, great man, not tactful, so, which I still love in people. How can I help you today, my darling?
Well, I have a friend who's having a serious surgery, and I'm hoping that she's going to be okay. She's in Louisville having the surgery.
You know, I don't think I've ever had anybody come on here and use their question time to ask about somebody else. You are a lovely and amazing person, and my hat is off to you. Imaginary hat being
Thank
put on
you.
you. Yeah, lovely. Can you tell me her first name and, if possible, her birthday?
Carolyn in August. I think August the 1st or 3rd.
I think it's the 3rd. Thank you, my love.
Okay. You might be right.
Actually, yeah, I think she's going to be okay. Is it something to do with the chest area?
Well, she's having 2 lungs transplanted.
Okay. I should have said lungs because that's what I was getting. Yeah, she is going to be okay. It's going to seem touch and go for a bit, but one thing you can do to help her along is just picture her after the operation being happy and healthy, and really feel your gratitude and love for her when you do that. But I do think she's going to be okay. I really do. When is the operation?
Well,
When she?
I just I got a message because she couldn't talk for a long time. She was on oxygen, and it would, deplete her oxygen. But she sent me a message saying that they said they had lungs for her, and they're on their way to Louisville, and that was last night. It could have been today.
I think it probably was.
I'm feeling that it was.
Yeah, I do too, and I'm feeling that she's out the other side. I mean, she's not going to be tap dancing anytime soon, but she is. I feel like she's got years left, and she's going to be okay. A lovely thing to ask. Yeah, and she's a really nice person too. She's kind of a bright light. She's had a lot of grief in her life. In Chinese medicine, yes, she has. The lungs symbolize grief, and we hold grief that we haven't really been able to fully process in our lungs. After my mom passed, I had pneumonia for like 3 months because all my grief was right there. I got better, and she is going to too. You're just wonderful. What a great person you are.
Thank you.
Let me know what happens. I'm gonna sort of pray for her too, in my own
I
praying way.
appreciate that.
Well, my pleasure. Is there anything else I can help you with, Mela?
I was just wondering, maybe about my finances. What do you see as far as that goes?
That's a tough one. I have to sort of give me a second because I have to fight through my own fear on this topic right now. You had a 401k, right? You worked for a long time. Oh, okay. Well, you've some
No,
savings.
no, I don't.
I would,
Some.
yeah, you have some savings. I would call Social Security if you haven't already and try to get anything that's owed to you sent to you now.
Uh-huh.
I also, hold on a second, Kentucky. Yeah, just make sure that you're for the next couple of months until we're out of this mess. Just be you're already very careful about your spending.
Right.
I would be even more careful, and maybe if you have some sort of skill that you can kind of let your neighbors know you're good at, house sitting,
Yes.
pet sitting, plant sitting,
Yes.
something that's not
Yes.
too strenuous.
Uh-huh.
Or even you're a very good cook. You could even like make and sell cakes. I
Okay.
don't know. Is that true? I feel like you're a very good cook.
Yes.
A little messy like me, but yes. Or maybe you're not. Maybe. I would think about just doing something in your communities to make a little extra
Okay.
dosh, just to be on the safe side. The
All
other
right.
thing I would recommend is go to your Kentucky, like KentuckyState.gov. It's like the
Uh-huh.
Kentucky government page. Look for unclaimed properties in your name and in your parents' names. I think you probably have a little money hiding there. Now, it's on
Okay.
the government page. Don't do anything else because it's entirely free. Just check your name, siblings, parents. I think there might be a little something there for you. I think things are
I
going to even
appreciate
out.
that.
And then, oh, my pleasure. You're just lovely. You're such a beautiful accent, too. I want a Southern accent. All right, my dear. I think that's all they're giving me for you today. But bless you.
Okay.
And let me know what happens, okay? I'm on
I
Facebook,
will.
Peri Lyons.
What is your first name, hon?
Peri, P as in Peter, E-R-I, Peri, like periwinkle.
Okay.
And then Lyons,
All right.
Lyons. Thank you, darling.
All
Take
right.
care.
Thank
What
you.
what a sweetie. Okay, I get the best people on the show. I just do. So, my darling, is it Rita? My producer flashed
Yes.
it when I was. Hi, what a great name.
Hi.
And where are you calling from?
Canyon Lake, Texas. Canyon Lake, Texas.
Oh, cool. Never been there.
Yeah.
Always have
In
a
the
good
hill
time in
country,
Texas.
ma'am.
Oh, cool. I have so many friends in Texas. Really nice people there, I have to say. Really nice.
Yeah.
Very good food. So, my darling,
Yeah.
I like to connect with people through their birthdays. Ouch, itch, itch,
Yeah.
itch. So tell me when your birthday is, please.
May 10th,
Oh,
1949.
oh my gosh, look at you. You're let me see, 1949, 1961. Oh, so you're of the ox, which is a Chinese thing. Just it's like being a Capricorn. You're very determined. You're kind of proper, which I love. Hold on, I just plug this in. And we love Tauruses in this show. I'm sorry, I'm just fixing my camera here. Sorry about that. And it's not working. Okay, so Tauruses are wonderful, especially mid-month Tauruses. Very loyal, very
Yes.
just great. I don't. So, what's your question? How can I help you?
Okay. Are we on the air?
We are.
Okay. Anyway, I'm in a difficult time in my life, and
Yeah.
I'm just curious if you see it getting any better.
Yes, I do. I think the worst. Knock wood. Knock wood.
Okay.
My feeling is the worst is over. It's like this past week, you've been getting glimmers that something good might happen. Do you have kids? You have 3 kids? Do you mind me asking?
Well, I don't. I'm the second wife, and he had 3 kids.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I wasn't sure about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're 3 stepkids. Thank you.
Ma'am? Okay.
I think you're actually really pretty protected right now. And it feels like, hold on.
Sure.
I would ask, it's kind of a weird thing to say, but this is what I do.
Okay.
I would ask your parents, who are both in heaven, to help you out. Uh, they like, on the other side, this is going to sound a little funny, but they like being given jobs. Let's face it, eternity is a long time. So they like it when their loved
Yeah.
ones ask for help. They can't offer help because of this whole free will thing, unless it's life or death. But I feel like you had really good parents. So
No, I
ask them for
didn't.
something. Oh,
No,
you
I
didn't?
didn't.
Well, they're nice
No, in
now.
fact, I would not
Oh
ask
God,
my
I'm so
dad
sorry. Oh,
for
I feel like an idiot.
anything.
I'm so sorry. Well, where they are
It's
now,
okay.
they're very apologetic because they showed up and they're like,
Oh,
we'd like to help, which does happen
well,
when
they
people,
should be.
yeah, use their guilt, use it. I'm sorry, I'm not usually wrong about that. They just showed up saying, like, we want to help. So I guess they have a lot to make up for. Whoa, sorry
I
about that.
think I'm hard to read.
No, it's not that. Nobody's hard. This is my job, and I love my job, and I'm good at it. So,
All right.
but that took me. I didn't expect them to show up, and I think they
I'm not
showed
going
up.
to ask them. So
No,
see if
okay,
I have
don't ask
anyone
them.
else.
Don't ask them. Moving right along. Okay, one thing that's going to make you happy is being a little more in community. Do you go to a church, or is there any kind of like? Uh, there are.
I volunteer as much as I can and
Yeah.
have done so when I retired as a social worker. So I try to do that, but there's a situation at home. I can't do much anymore.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I get that.
Yeah.
Well, what I get is there's some sort of financial upswing coming, but it's not for 2 months.
Not for what, please?
2 months. I'm sorry, it's not a great headset. But what is
after
happening
2
in
months.
between time? Have you just started up something that was like an old hobby or something you enjoyed doing?
No, not recently.
You might want to think about. Yeah. You're what?
I'm artistically inclined, and I'm in clay class, but I'm not. I don't sell anything.
Okay. What I was saying is there's something you did as a child that you could kind of do right now without any expenditure or having to stray too far away from the house.